Oh, you can't see me, can you? Well, now you can see me. Here I am, but I'm full screen, so let me fix that real quick. And then we shall go. All right, there we are. Let's get the banner going. Welcome, one and all, to Fowl Territory 242. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary. It is Friday, December the 1st, 2023, and welcome, one and all, to the shoe, as they say. So, let's real quick see who we got out there. Looks like the first one in is Gun Websites. All right, Kingpin is out there. Krabby Turtle. Tactical Thud is out there. Dale Pogue is in the audience. Defense Dad is seeing gun people. And we have Weston Probst. And scrolling down the list, I'm starting to already lose track of who I've said hi to out there. Let's see. Justin Grimm is out there. If I say your name twice, it's because I really like you. Alaska One Andy's out there. Or I forgot that I called your name. Hillbilly Up is out there and in here. Ron Wayne, the Duck Man, is out there. Stephen Sheets, long time no see, is out there in the audience. Rich White out there and in here. Obnoxious One out there and in here. Woods is in the audience. And so far, so good. That's who I see out there. If I missed you, wave your hand out there or something. So I can say hi to you. So we've got a panel here. An esteemed panel, as they were. So let's see what they are esteemed about, shall we? So, here they are. And the first one in here, my co-host with the co-most from the state of North Carolina. He is, of course, the sunshine that brightens our day, the wisdom, the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, and the Grinch that saved Christmas. Let's welcome Obnoxious One.
Bah humbug.
We're glad to have you. Glad to have you. Yo, there you go. I want to say hi to Chris Lang out there in the chat. Also, Travis T is in there. Wood says we need to go over the word esteemed with Gary. Well, alrighty then.
That's
next,
fair.
That's fair. Everything's fair in love and war, they say. Next guy we have here. He is the blind man that shoots and cooks. God only knows what he shoots and cooks, but he evidently eats, so that's a good thing. He is, of course, from the He, of course, is from the Keystone State, the former host of the almost nightly Firearms Expo, and the soon-to-be host of, I believe we decided it's going to be called whatever the hell he decides to call it. Let's welcome Guns of Barbecue, who is mute.
This is where you talk barbecue.
Somebody mute me? I'm pretty sure I was unmuted. Whatever. But no, before the show started, I almost poked out my eye with a Civivi knife. Luckily, I didn't. I poked myself in the eye quite a bit, actually. So that would have been a first with a knife. So doing pretty well, Gizzard. Glad that did not happen. So doing well. Thank you.
You poke your eye out, kid.
That's right. Misty, Mrs. Wayne is out there in the audience also. Hello, Misty. All right, let's see. Gun website says it would have been a smooth eye poke. They are sharp. There you go. All right. So let's go down to the bottom row and let's welcome this guy who each week, the weeks he bothers to come anyway, makes the trek from the mountains of West Virginia all the way down to Fowl Territory Central for this show. And in times past, he has been the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel, maybe again come Christmas Eve, I'm told. Also, excuse me, Wrestling Unloaded. The jack of all trades and master of maybe one or two. Let's welcome Rich White.
Yo, I almost didn't make it tonight. I've been hanging decorations, and I've been hanging decorations, and in between there, working on a computer at the same time, and it gets tiring.
I see. All right. Well, we're glad to have you here. So, this next panelist here is my neighbor to the east from the Show Me State of Missouri. He is the host of Guns, Beer, and Therapy on the Saturday Night podcast, the Saturday night equivalent to this show, except I don't know that I hold a candle to his show. But anyway, we try to have fun in both places. Let's welcome Hillbilly Up.
Hey, Gary, man, thanks for having me on, buddy. Always a blast to be here on Friday nights. And Rich, you scared me for a second when you said you didn't know if you was going to make it. I thought maybe you went back to Walmart or something again.
No, I went to Walmart yesterday, made it out of there alive. I was
made out. Okay, well, that's good, buddy. Good deal. Well, thank you a whole lot for having me on tonight, Gary. Always looking forward to it. Always great panel and a rock and rolling side chat. So, excited for watch the show tonight.
Glad that you're not only going to watch the show, you're going to be part of the show. You're going to be on the show, man.
I'm privileged, and
I'm privileged.
I even feel like even way more privileged because this feller slid in beside me here.
Yeah, who is that? That, of course,
I haven't seen him in a long time.
That is my neighbor to the south, and the great thing about him is, see, he's somewhat of a celebrity because the legend has it he is the pride of Chelsea, Oklahoma, and they are a proud town down there in Chelsea. I mean, these people sport one of the, I guess, few underpasses under the old Route 66, and it's a big deal down there. And so is this guy. Let's welcome the Gun Snob.
I don't know how I got here.
So
did you click the wrong button?
Click the button. Yeah, no,
probably,
I don't know.
Probably at the end.
I was looking for Pornhub and I ended up here. I don't know what happened.
Probably at the end of that Pride Parade, you took a left when you should have taken a right.
Yeah, you took the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
You just saw 5 dudes and you clicked on it.
Western Probe says worst legend ever. Wow. That's coming from another Oklahoman. Wow. G-Web said they threw Snob at Pride Parade.
Something like that.
Something like that. Defense Dad says, holy hell, Snob made it in before GORN started? Yeah, he did. Defense Dad says, how proud can they really be with Snob living there? Del Pogue says, Gizzard, I'm your neighbor to the south. Yes, you are. I have lots of neighbors to the south and to the east, and a few to the north, 1 or 2 to the west. Got neighbors all over. Chad Kelly's out there saying good evening. We have 20 people out here watching this mess. So
why is there people out here?
I don't know.
Are they that lonely on a Saturday night?
Probably.
Or Friday night, whatever night. What is tonight? It's Friday. Lord, I don't even know.
It's Friday. This Fowl Territory. It's Friday night, man.
Yeah.
Boomstick Revenge is in the audience.
Live from 22. Kansas. It's Friday night.
Is there an echo in here?
No, there goes your copyright.
Oh, no. Oh no. Looky here. Mystic Guns is in the audience.
Well, that was a mistake letting her in.
I think she
I
let
didn't
herself
let
in.
her in. She must have had a key. Did you let her get hold of your keys again?
No.
Defense Dad, I will kick you the heck out of here. Just warning you. That's one.
No stones if you don't.
That's one. He thinks because he has a wrench, I can't boot him. Remember, I'm the mod here. I'm the admin.
Defense stat, she's 2 floors below him, to be fair. They couldn't
And
put
on
her
the
on
other
an upper level, I can
2
assure
floors
you.
down on the other damn side of the building, too. Yeah.
They could not put her above anyone.
She couldn't
Sounds
be
like
any
y'all
further
are
away than she is, and that's
Sounds like you know
fine.
exactly where she's at. For somebody who's not
Goes
all
down
that
to business too many
interested in her.
Well, when she sticks her head out the basement window when you're walking by on the sidewalk. Literally.
The basement window?
The basement window, yes.
Hmm.
She sticks things in her window, like she's got these statues and stuff that she puts in the basement apartments have windows that are ground level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's got this little display there so everybody walking by can see these statues.
The funny thing is, she's got a big giant picture of Gizzard there. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, God will get you for that one, Defense Dad. That's for sure. All right, so what?
I was just going to say, when you're talking about the keys that Mystic guys said, I'm sure Snob's keys are in her purse along with everything else of Snob's.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Probably one or two of his guns he hasn't seen in a while.
Yeah.
So, Cyber Week this last week. Does anybody have any money left?
I didn't have no money to begin with.
Barely enough to get on this show.
Anybody buy anything good? I know we talked about Black Friday last week, but I'm sure some people spent some money this week and bought some cool stuff. So tell us, what'd you blow your money on?
Stuff and things.
Guns and ammo.
Hookers and blow.
Gifts for other people.
You got those on Cyber Week? Do they have a discount?
I'm not able to say.
Well, send me your code, man.
Okay.
Speaking of celebrities, look who's in the audience. She Fires is out there. Wow.
How she fires?
The
This
only
might be
person
a-
Gizzard has ever towered over.
What's up?
I've been trying to get her in my audience for some time. She keeps saying no. I must have finally wore her down because she's out there. Well, that's cool.
She's way too sweet and nice to be in our audience. She needs
Yeah,
to leave.
you're in the wrong place.
This is not the
Yeah,
place for her.
this is true.
Yeah,
My show
this
would be
isn't
even
classy
worse.
like your show is. Jacob S. is out there. Also, Artek and Daughters is in the audience. Wood says, okay, class it up. Now, I will do my best, man. I will do my best.
Yeah, half of us will have to leave to make it a respectable show.
Well, I'll have to leave for one thing.
And anyone in here will be hillbilly still.
Yeah, Hillbilly can class it up.
Have to
Sure,
break
that's
out
what
the
I
seltzer and some wine glasses.
Yeah, the last time you drank seltzer on there, that did not turn out well.
No, that's. I hope that never happens again.
Okay, so Chad Kelly spent his money on a bag for my camera gear, some Coltac sweetness, few things for my truck, Bortec cleaning stuff to test. I spent before Monday mostly. Okay. Tim S. is out there. He says, this girl is on fire. She Fires says, hey, friends, absolutely no celebrity. I'm here for some laughs. Well, hopefully if you got a good sense of humor. And
She is here for the train wreck.
she doesn't even know what show it is. You know why? Do you know why? Because I haven't put my little logo up in a corner. There we go. There's our Fowl Territory logo.
Well,
Although
I was just
Go
gonna say,
ahead.
a sweet girl like that. The only reason she watches any of our shows is to learn what not to do on hers.
Yeah.
Oh, she's already got that down. Want to remind everybody that our prize sponsor for the giveaway today is, of course, as always every other week, Aegis Gun Care. You know the good folks at Aegis Gun Care. They
I
have
know Rod, and then I know a good lady. There's no good folks. There's just good Shelly and Rod.
Do they have any kids? Are you
I don't
completely
know.
discounting their kids?
I don't know if
Maybe.
they have kids or not. To tell you the truth.
I didn't ask. I didn't get that deep.
Yeah.
I met Shelly and Rod, and I can assure you, one of them is good. One of them is Rod.
But they are providing a prize for tonight's giveaway, so thanks to them. Now we have some other people who have jumped in. Speaking of giving prizes for us to give away, Stan, formerly known as SS Pawn, is out there. He's given us plenty of things to give away on this show. In fact, we'll be giving some away tonight. So
Sweet.
good to see Stan out there. We're up to 24. Chad Kelly says it's that time. I need to move along. Work tomorrow, then a trip to OKC for work Christmas party. Then driving home late. Need a little sleep tonight after dinner. All righty. And let's see. Defense Dad says, so far I've only bought stuff for the kiddos for Christmas.
Lame. I've only bought stuff for me.
Hasbro is out there in the audience. Oh, also, Honcho Fett is in the audience. 27. It's growing. They see people hear you're giving Aegis Gun Care stuff away. All of a sudden, it's like, what? I'm here.
Oh, sure.
I'm
That's
here.
when everybody shows up, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you got to dangle the carrot out in front of the horse to get the horse to run, you know.
I tried that, and the damn horse bit my carrot. Didn't care for it at all.
You take some baling wire and you wrap it in a pretty big loop and wrap it
when you wear
wear
orange
out,
pants,
they'll do whatever you want.
That just be a lesson to you. Don't read Playboy and wear orange pants at the same time.
Why do you think I only do shirts?
He doesn't wear pants.
That's right. He Porky Pigs it.
That's a small
Well, don't use
It's only
orange
baby
body
carrots.
paint either.
Damn it.
I will say, keep your britches on. You have to worry about nothing biting your carrot, fella.
Well, that's true. Defense Dad says, well, I did buy the Gearson, but that was in November, so it's a stretch to call it a Christmas present for myself.
No, it's not. You can wrap it.
Wrap it up. That's right. Put a bow on it. Said, do not open till Christmas. There you go. All right. So I might have spent a little bit of money on myself. Got me a new Apple Watch because my old one was worn out. At least I could try to say that anyway.
Worn out as my old Apple Watch was.
I bought some equipment for the channel, tripod, and some camera gear and stuff like that. Hopefully that'll help out. So treated myself, so to speak. A lot of good sales and stuff like that going on. Probably still not done spending money, but hey. Honcho Fit says, I just use a regular watch. Not sure if I want a rotten apple on my wrist. Wow.
My Apple Watch went rotten.
What happened to it?
Sent you that picture of that where the battery swelled up on it and popped the
Oh,
face
yeah,
off of it.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Of course, that was a Series 1 watch. So
Lord.
God, that was 2 watches ago for me, yeah.
Yeah,
I got rid of my Apple Watch SE. I had the first generation SE. And so, yes, I do have the 9 now. So
Yeah, I couldn't afford the Apple Watch. I just went ahead and bought the Rutabaga
sale.
watch.
Crab Apple Watch.
Yeah, the Crab Apple Watch. It's a little cheaper.
Y'all are rich. I got a hedge Apple Watch.
Yeah. I'm surprised you ain't got a Rode Apple Watch.
Oh, some of us go out and buy our daughter's vehicles this week, too. Brand new one.
Did you buy your daughter a vehicle, Gizzard?
Not me. Stop did, though.
I heard Bud Light selling the Adam Apple Watch.
All right, there's funny. I don't care who you are.
Defense Dead says, who doesn't own a single Apple product? This guy. Well, you say that like that's a badge of honor or something like that. It's right.
It
I
is.
don't really
own
have
any
any.
either.
I don't own any Apple stock. I don't give a rat's posterior what you own, dude.
He's one of them Android guys. It's like, but my camera's better. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't own any HK pistols either.
I have a MacBook.
What do you got against HK pistols, you son of a bitch?
I don't have anything against them. I don't own a CZ either.
What do you got against CZ pistols?
I can't own everything.
Actually,
I know you think I'm rich just because, I live in a nice, fancy, apartment like this in the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in the suburb or what?
That's got to be a suburb of something because it sure
The
is
greater
city in
Topeka
it.
area? By greater, I mean like 100-mile area or what?
Yeah, something like that.
It's the greater Topeka area.
Yeah, 60
You
miles
want a good
away.
70 miles from there, aren't you? Yeah. Basically the metropolitan area.
Tim S says Parawatch is famous here in South Missouri. I think they're a knockoff. They might be. Honcho Fed says Apple, Android, it's all made in the same factories and sold for 10 times more than they're worth. I'm pretty sure they're not worth what you have to pay for them. But that's true about every pistol you buy too, but we still pay that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honcho Fit says lesser Topeka area. Wow, dude. Jacob S says you got a homeowners association, Gary. If so, then it's a suburb. No. I got an apartment. A deluxe apartment in the sky. And yes, I am on the east side.
He's got an American Honky Tonk. He's a member of the American Honky Tonk Bar Association.
Gizzard's moving on up.
Careful not to get a copyright strike. Yeah. So last week, we, pretty much all of us here, worked together to take up a collection for Toys for Tots. For those of you who haven't seen in my community tab on my channel together, including matched funds and everything, we raised right at $700 last week to donate for Toys for Tots. And the lovely Obnoxious One went to Tractor Supply the next day and spent every penny of that money.
I certainly did.
Got him a new tractor.
Yep.
It's a small
nice
one.
tractor.
He got carts and carts full of toys for the girls and boys. Some nice 2A toys, too, so they could shoot their eyes out.
I got so many damn toys that the register froze up. She's ringing them up.
So for everybody who is part of that, I would like to, on behalf of my panel, give you a hearty thank you. Thank you so much for doing that.
And just to let everybody know, we did all shame Sarge into having to donate also.
We did.
Match it also.
And
there wasn't that much shame in there. Was, hey, Sarge, you owe me $100.
Yeah, he was basically told him. He's like, fine.
For what?
No, he was happy to do it also. So,
but if you'd like to be involved in that, if you didn't get a chance, you still can. Go to toysfortots.org, and they'll have a listing there. You can search around your area for places to donate, or you can even contribute online right there. And you too can be part of helping to give to help the disadvantaged and help make sure that everybody has a toy this year.
what did the grand total end up being? Travis was asking.
$697.
Oh man,
What?
$3 more bucks.
Yeah.
Could have hit 700.
Well, I got an extra $5 that wasn't pledged, so if you want me to send it to you, you can go back and spend another $5.
That was counting that $5.
So does this mean barbecue has to give away the watch?
You got another $5 after that?
I had somebody who pledged 10 and sent me 15.
Nice.
So next year I'll give you an extra $5. How about
There
that?
you go.
I'll give
We're
you
gonna make
mine.
it 1,000 next year. We're gonna.
Oh,
plan
we're
that
gonna
out a
do
little
it
better.
next
Yeah,
year for
started.
sure.
Well,
Mhm.
I spent a good chunk the day before. So actually, no, earlier that day. Let's put it this way: I probably filled up with everything that I bought before, and then what we bought. We probably did 75% or better of the little box that they had there. Plus, I had that damn cart that was completely overfilled that I just wheeled over there next to the box.
You had a train of carts.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you were pretty well known
Mm-hmm.
and probably well regarded around that store. But we don't do it. We don't do it for recognition. For
I mean, they
ourselves.
called him Fat Orange Santa there, but I don't know what that was about.
I do because I'm fat. I'm wearing orange, and I was doing
a
Santa
little bit of
stuff.
a beard, yeah.
Nope.
Little kids were saying Orange Man good.
Little bastards.
Next year he's going to the mall and he's going to sit him down on his knee. Why you want,
No,
kid?
he is.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll buy toys for the kids. That's then somebody else can give them to them.
Yep. You buy the
Yeah.
toys, give them to the Marines hand them out to them.
I don't remember where we were staying one time at Airbnb, but Obnoxious doesn't love kids nearly as much as they love him.
Mhm.
I don't remember which Airbnb that was, but it was pretty funny.
It's horrifying. It's terrible.
Little neighbor
Kind of
kid
like
wanted to hang
cats.
out with
They
him.
know you don't like them, so they swarm toward you.
That's kind of the way it works. Want to say hi to Ozzy Osbourne, barking at the moon as usual.
No, but I think 1,000 is an easy goal to make it. I think next year we're going to start a little earlier. Going to make all you cheap bastards out there in the audience kick in, and I'm going to start reaching out to companies too.
So we need to get it done before Thanksgiving. Is that the time you typically
yeah.
do
So
it?
I've got it, so I can go Black Friday and.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start a week or two before and start building up to it. And yeah, we'll make it a Christmas like never was next year. Heck yeah.
I think I cleaned them all out of. I know I cleaned them all out of the bow and arrow sets and
I couldn't believe they had that many.
And the Nerf shotgun sets.
Some poor family was going in there to buy their kids some toys there, and they're like, "Oh, great, now we gotta go."
They got to go to another Tractor Supply. They're gonna have to go over to Walnut Cove or Oak Ridge and hit that one instead of the one close to me. So
223 DMR is in the audience. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we had fun doing that. I enjoyed completely redirecting last week's show to that. That ended up being a whole lot of fun. So thanks, guys. All of you. Especially
this week, we're doing a fundraiser for insurance for Snob because he used to have another childhood insurance. So
I'll raise any contributions up to $5 on that. I'll do that. Will that get you where you need to be?
I wonder.
No, I don't think so.
Other toys or tots will take Daisy BB guns.
Insurance for tots. All right, so we have 27 people out there in the audience. So
now another good place I know puts up a big time toy section for Christmas is if anybody's got a Farm and Fleet near them. If you want to go and get a few toys there, I know they always have a huge toy. They always had a huge toy section.
Never heard of Farm and Fleet.
Yeah, it's probably more of a Northern Illinois type thing.
How about we look at some stories and see if there's anything out there we can talk about? Anybody game? Oh, look, we got the Daisy airgun collector out there in the audience. How about that? Oh, somebody's been looking.
Gizzard, it's showing you printers.
Somebody's been looking at Brother Laser printers. All right, so under top Second Amendment
Night vision
stories, we've got federal judge concludes under 21s have Second Amendment rights too. Strikes down ban on handgun sales. Memphis man apologizes for rifle carry. Not going to happen again. Nebraska town backtracks on gun-free zones after residents cry foul. California teen facing 30 years on gun charges walks away with probation. And how plausible is Newsom's gun control amendment? So we're going to let Obi pick the first one.
Oh, let's go with Gavin Newsom.
Gavin. Gonna get this ad out.
See what that dumbass is up to.
All right, and this is Tom Knighton. California Governor Gavin Newsom hasn't actually announced he's running for president, but that sure looks like the only thing he hasn't done before launching a campaign for his party's nomination. One of the many things he has done is announce a push for a 28th Amendment, namely one that codifies gun control. He wants to do it via the Constitutional Convention process, which means getting enough delegates to agree with him. Regardless, he wants to essentially repeal the Second Amendment, which we already knew, but he's just made it even more clear with this chaotic push of his and fully interfere with our right to keep and bear arms. But is it plausible? I don't think so. And even some who seem to think it's a good idea are skeptical. He goes on to say a new gun control amendment would have huge support, but would be difficult to achieve, a constitutional expert has said. California Governor Gavin Newsom has been among those backing a new amendment to the United States Constitution to restrict gun ownership, as America's gun deaths climbed to nearly 40,000 this year. Peter Shane, a New York University constitutional law professor, told Newsweek that while the American public would welcome an amendment on gun control, repeal the Second Amendment would be almost impossible. The Second Amendment guarantees the right to gun ownership. An amendment clarifying the range of permissible, reasonable regulation would have a lot of popular support. Of course, translating even a huge majority support into congressional votes can prove absurdly difficult, but might be worth the effort to try, he said. An amendment requires a vote of 2/3 of both houses of Congress and ratification by 3/4 of the states, i.e. 37. I cannot imagine outright repeal, Shane said. That's because it's never going to happen. Newsom's proposal has only a slightly better chance because it only codifies certain things, such as an assault weapon ban, magazine restrictions, and universal background checks. But that doesn't make it likely to pass either. After all, despite polling that Shane seems to think suggests there's some groundswell of support for these measures, there really isn't. We know that support for gun control tends to be more than a little squishy when the rubber meets the road. That means that popular support probably isn't as popular as people think. Moreover, that support is centered in a handful of places that aren't able to overwhelm the rest of the nation. Considering that more than half the states are constitutional carry, it's unlikely they're going to be tripping over themselves to ratify a gun control amendment. What really bugs me, though, is Shane's idea that we need to do something. Shane said the need for clarity on gun ownership has been elevated by last year's Supreme Court decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruin, in which the Supreme Court urged lower courts to ensure that gun laws are consistent with the nation's historical tradition. There are a lot of gun regulations on the books throughout the country. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court decision in Bruin has generated huge uncertainty, Shane said. Shane, however, isn't a fan of the Constitutional Convention route, which means he's saner than Newsom is. Hard to believe. A convention would open the door to a lot of things people like Newsom wouldn't want, which is just one reason it would be a bad idea. But he's wrong about Bruin. It didn't complicate things nearly as much as some want to believe. What it did was tell people that our rights have to be respected and that gun control has to be something we have a legitimate reason to believe the Founding Fathers would have been fine with, namely that it mimics something from their time. Where people like this have a problem is that it doesn't allow their preferred gun control measures to stand. It's not difficult to see where Bruin lays down the law. It's difficult to figure out how to justify blatantly unconstitutional measures, which is why so many want to see a gun control amendment passed. They're missing one key fact, though. At some point, if this were ratified, there will be a challenge for some other gun control law, And the fact that this amendment only covers those specific things would be used to argue that it implies that other gun control measures aren't to be permitted. Whoops. Either way, it's not going to happen, so people like Shane and Newsom can learn to live with disappointment.
I think what he meant to right there was they can suck it.
I think so. Anybody else want to comment on that?
I heard the FPC wants to comment.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
I can probably
at the
quote
beginning
what
of this.
you're gonna say too. You want me to, or
Sure.
If I do.
Anybody else out there? Ozzy says pound sand. Yeah.
Same to you, Ozzy, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, what did we do that he's telling us that? Good Lord.
Hasbro has to run.
At the beginning of this, the author says that Newsom wants to amend the Constitution, via the method of convention. Am I an idiot? Isn't that the only way to amend the Constitution?
Yes. Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of two.
I didn't know there was going to be more after. Am I an idiot? I thought you were stopping there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There are two ways to amend the Constitution: Constitutional Convention, and having it brought up in the Congress, having it passed by 2/3 of both the House and Senate, and then ratified by 3/4 of the states. Those are the two ways. And even if it's a Constitutional Convention, it still has to be ratified by 3/4 of the states afterwards.
Yes, sir.
They tried to do that with the Equal Rights Amendment, and it did not get ratified. Many years ago.
And at that time, all you hear all over radios is CCR, Fortunate Son.
And it should be
listening that.
It should be stated that there has not been a single amendment that has been passed by a Constitutional Convention.
No. Okay, so MacMan 039 Reloading is out there. And Hasbro is off for the night. Thanks for being here. All right, for the next article, and I saw Fence Dad out there a second ago, if I can find his comment. Where did it go? He says, what the hell? What Nebraska town? Shall we find out real quick?
Sure.
All right, let's find out what Nebraska town. Okay.
God dang it. I'm up here making best jokes about Defense Dad in this terrible state of Nebraska, and I was muted.
You can go now.
Okay, Cam Edwards wrote this afternoon, as a matter of fact. Back in early October, the city council in, I believe that's pronounced Kearney, Nebraska, adopted a resolution affirming the city's power to ban firearms on city-owned property and reminding private business owners that if they want to do the same, they need to post clear signage to that effect. One of the issues that rubbed many residents the wrong way was the perceived intent behind the resolution. City Attorney Michael Ty and the city's police chief Brian Wall wrote in a memo sent to the Kearney City Council that they believed establishing a policy restricting weapons and handguns, concealed or open, with or without a permit, on all managed, leased, and owned property, together with signage reflecting this policy, would be appropriate. In other words, any location under the city's control should be deemed a gun-free zone. As you can imagine, that didn't sit well with gun owners in the city of about 30,000 residents, and this week, Second Amendment supporters packed the city council meeting to demand the resolution be rescinded. Amazingly enough, the city council actually listened to voters and rescinded the resolution on a 3-2 vote. The 3-2 vote also denied an amended resolution prepared for council consideration. The amended resolution was intended to cut through concerns and confusion generated by the October 10 resolution. Defense Dad says, Jesus, that's my hometown. Now I'm pissed. With neither of those two resolutions gaining council support, the city of Kearney now is without the local authority to post where weapons are prohibited. That means signage will be removed at City Hall, the Kearney Public Library, Peterson Senior Activity Center, Mitzi's Pavilion at Yanni Park, and an assortment of other city venues. With this action, the city doesn't have the authority to post signage, Mayor Stan Klaus said, as he moved to deny and rescind the signage resolutions. Well, ain't that just a shame? Trent Luce was one of those in attendance at this week's city council meeting, and he says while he was adamantly opposed to the resolution, he doesn't believe there's any anti-Second Amendment sentiment behind it. Instead, he thinks city council members believed they were acting to protect the public without really considering how much protection a no guns allowed sign really offers. And quoting here, now I think the bigger issue at hand here is that nobody showed up the first day the ordinance was passed. We have that problem in a bad way. We tend not to pay attention to issues until our back is against the wall. In all fairness, there was no publication of the topic prior to initial passage, but what is most important here is when the public found out, this body put it back on the agenda and the council fixed the problem by a 3-2 vote. Unfortunately, that's a problem all around the country and not just in Kearney. Most of us are not regular attendees at our city or county governmental meetings, even when there's a contentious issue up for discussion. The initial vote in favor of the resolution may have taken place in front of just a handful of residents, but even the packed house of more than 100 gun owners that saw the resolution repealed was just a small fraction of Kearney's population. That's not great for our civic institutions, but it does mean that those who do show up have an outsized impact on lawmakers. There are lessons to be learned from what happened in Kearney, both for elected officials and Second Amendment advocates. Local politicians, particularly in places where there's a strong tradition of gun ownership and respect for the Second Amendment, shouldn't go off half-cocked, so to speak, and craft any measure impacting legal gun owners without first getting their input. Exactly. Those gun owners, meanwhile, need to show up when their rights are on the line and remind their local officials of their duty to obey and protect the Constitution. Kudos to the gun owners in Kearney who did just that and convinced a majority of the city council to fix its mistake. How about that? Two Live Moo is out there, by the way. Comments?
Why is Moo out there and not in here?
Well, I don't know. He's got an invite, I'm pretty sure.
Nebraska needs to really work on getting better gun laws anyways. That state should be way better than it is.
It should be. Yeah, well, it's better than it was a couple of years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, it's getting better, but it should be way better than it is still.
All states should be better than what they are.
I'm just glad people showed up and, let their voice be heard. That's what it takes.
Yeah, well, if those people show up at the vote.
I agree.
They'd have a lot better luck.
Since we have a native out there, can we ask him if you said it right?
Yeah. Defense Dad, did I pronounce the name Kearney correctly? Is it Kearney or Kearney? I believe it's Kearney, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
Didn't it state that they didn't post it was going to be on the first agenda when they voted for it first? The public didn't know about it?
I believe that's what it said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do stuff like that.
Let's see. Defense Dad says the problem is Lincoln and Omaha has the bulk of the population, and both towns are too liberal. Gun website says Kearney. Defense Dad says yes, it's pronounced Kearney. Hey, I got one right. How about that?
Cars don't have knees.
They do in Nebraska.
They have Flintstone cars.
Those are horses.
All right, let's see. Let's let Rich White, you pick one.
Go with the top one.
Top one, he says. Okay, for $100. All right, let's All right. Federal judge concludes under 21s have Second Amendment rights too. Strikes down ban on handgun sales. 2 Live Moose says putting dad to bed soon, might be able to jump on soon. Okay, let me get a quick drink of water here.
Gizzard, why are you drinking vodka in front of everybody and pretending it's water?
There's no law against it, is there?
I wish you would. The show would be way better if you did every week.
7:06 p.m. This was just written 3 hours ago. Wow. A federal judge in West Virginia handed young adults, along with the Second Amendment Foundation and West Virginia Citizens Defense League, a huge victory on Friday, granting summary judgment and declaring the federal prohibition on commercial handgun sales to adults under the age of 21 is unconstitutional. In his decision, U.S. District Judge Thomas Klee flatly rejected the argument offered by the DOJ that the prohibition is okay because under 21 still have the right to possess a handgun under federal law and can even lawfully obtain one from a parent, at least in theory. Klee found that argument nonsensical, pointing out that the plaintiffs do not dispute that 18 to 20-year-olds who are law-abiding adults not otherwise banned from firearm possession are not prohibited from possessing handguns. Instead, the injury done to plaintiffs Stephen Robert Brown and Benjamin Weekly is that they cannot purchase handguns and handgun ammunition from FFLs as a result of the age-based ban. And there's a big, long thing here. If under 21s have the right to possess a gun, they also need to have a way to acquire one. And shutting them out from the normal chain of commerce flies in the face of the historical tradition of the right to keep and bear arms. Klee also pointed to the Fourth Circuit's recent decision in Maryland Shall Issue Inc. v. Moore that struck down Maryland's handgun qualification license, both for its own recognition that if you do not already own a handgun, then the only way to keep or bear one is to get one, either through sale, rental, or gift, and its conclusion that forcing would-be gun owners to abide by a 30-day waiting period violates their Second Amendment rights. If that month-long wait is a violation of someone's Second Amendment right, then a 3-year delay for young adults to be able to lawfully purchase a handgun is an even more egregious infringement. That's great argument there. So the plaintiffs have standing to sue, and their Second Amendment rights are clearly implicated. The only thing that could have saved the federal statute at that point would have been the DOJ pointing to long-standing regulations in effect around the time the Second Amendment or 14th Amendments were ratified that could serve as a plausible analog to the modern prohibition on young adults being able to purchase a handgun. As you might have already guessed, the DOJ struck out in that regard. First, the DOJ attorneys argued that the age of majority has historically been 21 and not 18, an argument Klee rejected out of hand. To buttress their argument, DOJ defendants spent time collecting state laws prescribing age barriers to the possession and purchase of firearms between the years of 1856 and 1993. Ultimately, Klee determined that those mostly 19th century regulations weren't a close enough fit in time or adopted widely enough to be considered long-standing national traditions surrounding the right to keep and bear arms, and granted summary judgment in favor of the plaintiffs. Klee's order enjoins the DOJ from enforcing 18 U.S.C. 922b1 and c1 against the individual plaintiffs and otherwise qualified 18 to 20-year-olds. So for the time being at least, it looks like adults under the age of 21 may actually be able to purchase a handgun at retail. Though it will be interesting to see if they're still rejected by the NICS system because of their age. Klee's decision also adds to a number of other opinions around the country where courts have concluded that young adults still possess their full Second Amendment rights, including the Fraser case in my neck of the woods. Even if the Fourth Circuit quickly grants a stay of Klee's ruling, which is not a foregone conclusion, mind you, the barriers erected to prevent young adults from accessing and exercising those rights are crumbling across the country. And I like our chances when one of those cases finally reaches the Supreme Court. This was complete news to me, folks, but I like what I'm hearing here. How about you?
Yeah, what makes it even better is that 18 to 20-year-olds in the state of West Virginia can get their concealed carry permit. So the way the federal law is written, they could get a concealed carry permit, but can't go out and buy the gun they need to use the permit.
So here's the problem with this, though. Every time it comes up,
what's the problem with it?
They'll monkey around, and it'll take 2 to 3 years to get to the Supreme Court, and then they'll say, "Oh, it's moot now," because they're 21 now, and they'll throw it out. That's the problem. They have to push this through quicker. They have to figure out a way.
I don't know about that. What do the rest of you think on that? Yay or nay?
Yeah, I'm not sure so much as we can get a moot on that because they still had their rights infringed at some point.
But they have before, and
that was a more liberal court.
But
that was a more liberal court at that point too.
Yeah, it's just they've got to figure out a way to push it through, or find someone that just turned 18 and start it right then, maybe.
But you can also get district courts and circuit courts to fast track these as well. So, which that would be key to it all. If you can get the district courts and the circuit courts to fast track them, then that would be ideal. I'm trying to something recently in the Ninth Circuit was fast tracked. I can't think of what it was, but
I don't know. It needs to go away, so they need to figure out something.
But at the same time, there was another ruling on something very similar to this, but it went the exact opposite way, where the judge actually ruled that it's not unconstitutional to deny sale to persons under the age of 21 because they have other means of obtaining a handgun. I want to say that case was in Illinois, but don't quote me on it. And it was very recently that ruling came out, maybe a week or two ago. So while this one is out there and it's like awesome, in another district, in another circuit, we still have, an opposing ruling. And if you go and happen to look up that one, the mental gymnastics that judge did to try and justify the BS is just, it's impressive.
Okay, so we have a comment out there from Gun Websites. He says, all orders at our Gear website store tonight get fast-tracked for free and no court cases filed. Well, there's
they have to pay court fees, though.
Oh,
yeah, what are the court costs?
So what's he talking about here? Well,
time out. I cancel my show and now he drops the court cases. I see how it is.
So what he's talking about here is, of course, this
I
is
know what
Friday.
it is. Gizzard. Is it Free Patch Friday?
It is Free Patch Friday because every Friday is Free Patch Friday at
GearWebsites.com.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody knows that, but don't take my word for it. Let's let Gun Websites tell us.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
That's right. That's GearWebsites.com for all of your 2A swag needs. All right. So, yeah, don't forget that because that's very important. He says, thanks for the plug, and you are welcome for the plug. But I have a feeling there might be some more music tonight. Let's see. How about here's a guy we haven't seen for a while. Sometimes he creeps into the show, shall we say. Let's see if he'll creep in tonight.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
That's the only reason I'm being nice to Foss.
Gotta love that. I tell you what, man. So I wonder what he's talking about.
Well, Gizzard, I know what he's talking about. Ladies
You know
and
what
gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of night. The only reason you tune into this show, the only reason you watch us, the only reason you put up with the shenanigans, that is Fowl Territory. That's right, folks. We're going to give you some stuff and things. Not just stuff, not just things. We're going to give you both. And tonight's giveaway is brought to us by Aegis Gun Care. That's right, folks. The good folks, or the good folk over at Aegis Gun Care, they provided an awesome, amazing basic gun cleaning kit. So you can clean up your guns. Make them nice and shiny, nice and slick. They just glide so well. That's right. You can win that. Plus, what else can they win, Gizzard?
You left him speechless, Snob.
He's completely muted. This is happening. Hey, Gizzard, you're muted. You gotta take that mute off. You gotta take that mute off, Gizzard.
Do I got to? Now you can hear me. That's a bad thing. See? Well, at least the hat matches the logo up in the corner of the screen. Anyway, so what have we got to give away? Let's start out with one of these. The official.
Hold that there the rest of the night, please.
Channel
It's
sticker.
right there
Do
the
what?
rest of the night. Hold that there the rest of the night. The show will be so much better.
All right. So not only that, but how about the official Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker? Good for the witness protection program, or so I hear. And while they last, the Gizzard Gary magnets. Stick them on your fridge, stick them on your safe, stick them on the side of your car.
Stick them on your head if you got a steel plate.
Won't work. There it went.
Well, that one on the floor. You ain't getting that one, folks.
Probably not. But, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever.
What?
Ever.
First time ever?
Ever, because I just got
Ever?
these in today. You are going to get the Gizzard Gary glitter sticker.
Oh, my lands. That goes right along with my little spill on that.
Yes, it sure does.
How about that? Isn't that pretty? A glitter sticker.
They have them on a good sale or what?
They
You
did.
used my Cyber Monday code.
They did. All right. And speaking of the good folks at
Gizzard's taking a lot of pride in that glitter sticker.
Sticker Mule. We have the Sticker Mule, of course. You're going to get that. And you're going to get the Sticker Mule logo sticker. And their sister company, Stimulus. And
I feel like that's something you were buying. You just bought that. It just came in a similar box. You just got that
and
confused.
then, it came in the same box. And then the coaster.
With the pills, maybe.
The coaster that says, cheers.
Now we know why Gary got such a good deal on the stickers. He had to pawn off all this other stuff, too.
Yeah. I want to know if you got those glitter on them stickers out in a building that had the windows blacked out and had a pole in the center.
I have no idea what you're talking about. How about it?
Really
How about a company that just got done with a big sale, Excess Sights, the fastest sights in any light. You're gonna get
Was
one
it
of
the
those.
fastest in any light?
Any light.
Any light.
Like
Any
no matter if it's bright light or dim light
Or no light at all.
starlight.
That's right.
Are they going to be the brightest sights when the sun swells up and engulfs the earth? Will they still be the brightest light sights in that light?
They will be. You won't be able to see them at that point, but they'll still technically be.
So what if I'm laying in a tanning bed and need to draw my gun? Will I be able to see my sights?
Well, only if you take the goggles off first.
Oh.
Matter of fact, you should probably just lay in a tanning bed without the goggles on.
Yeah, that might work too. The fence does have a good question. Why isn't there a George the Cat sticker yet?
Oh, we'll have to get that. If I can get him to
Gizzard
pose
hates
for a
his
good
cat.
picture. How about Live Free Armory? True American manufacturing. They gave us the Apollo 11. They did.
Didn't give me an Apollo 11.
They didn't give me one either.
Give me one either, but hey, you know.
You should screenshot yourself when George jumps up in your lap, Gizzard. Make that into a sticker.
I could. All right, so 2023 SHOT Show sticker from Palmetto State Armory. We also have the 2023 Indianapolis NRA 2023 from Palmetto State Armory. Just about getting down to the bottom of these, just in time for another year or so. How about a big sticker from Iwi, Israel Weapon Industries? I thought these were all gone, but I found another one today. So
you know what's not all gone?
What?
All the zipper pulls.
Mm-hmm. Can't give everything away every week.
Are you just trying to like rub that into Hillbilly's face? Like, come on, snob.
How about a swag pack from Chris from the 740?
Sweet.
Sweet.
And the Passat Daguerre.
Whoa.
And how about another mention of the Palmetto State Armory? They seem to get a lot of mentions, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Jackal. And then we have another sticker here too. This one from Dead Air. Yeah, I got a lot of stickers tonight, folks. And this is more or less a bumper sticker from Gun Owners of America. Shall not be infringed.
We need more bumper stickers in our life.
We do. How about this big one here
We need to drink from the skulls of our enemies more in our life.
From Vortex. All right. And then let's see. We got some other stuff over here. Something isn't quite right. I'm missing a couple things here. Wonder where they went to. You're going to get some coasters. You already got one coaster. You're going to get a bunch more here.
Woo! He's finally giving away the whole set.
Giving away the whole set of EA.
Are you giving just the tip away? Because that looks like just the tip there.
That's a tip up.
There's a bunch more in there too. Bunch more.
You can give those to your wife for Christmas if you win those. She will be so thrilled that you got her new coasters for the coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's already got them.
Somehow or another, I've
lost. Big and
folks, we're having some technical difficulties. Gizzard has lost the prizes. George may have eaten the prizes.
Great American Outdoor Show. They were begging people to take the coasters.
Well, yeah.
Please take these coasters. We don't want to take them back home again.
Well, here's two of the patches. One of them here is the Gun Owners of America.
Oh, that's a cool one. I haven't seen that one.
And then the dead air silencers, courtesy of Stan.
Nice.
Of the SS Pawn variety.
He's a swell dude.
I had another one from GOA, but I'll tell you what, whoever wins this is going to get 2 more fine patches. I'll just have to find them for you and throw them in here. Plus some other swag that I dig out. Travis C says, and that one. Yeah, I don't know where the other 2 went. And don't forget, the winner of tonight's giveaway wins a basic gun cleaning kit?
Yep.
From Aegis Gun Care.
Nice.
Look at their C4 defenses out there in the audience. How about that? All right, so all kinds of cool stuff. R4 Mississippi Thunders out there. Justin Grimm's out there. A lot of people are out there. So let's go ahead and show the giveaway tool. And we'll get this giveaway underway. Maybe.
Do it now.
So we have 28 people in the giveaway, 28 people in the audience. So do it now.
Tired of giving these people, these slackers, a chance to.
Let's see who the winner's going to be tonight. Maybe somebody new.
Nope.
Or it's Honcho Fett.
Congratulations, Honcho Fett. You're tonight's winner. Aegis Gun Care. Don't put it on your dinner, winner.
Congratulations, Honcho.
That's right. I'm sure Gizzard has your address, Honcho, so screw you.
I mean, you could probably cook some eggs with it.
You just get mad because you don't win? Is that it or what?
I ain't even in there, so I don't know why I'm upset.
Well, the Aegis Gun Care may look like it would be good on chicken. It is not recommended.
Put it on toast, though.
Oh, yeah, you can put it on toast.
Won't put anything on toast once.
So, Honcho, I do presume I have your address unless you have recently moved, in which case, or if you would just like to clarify, send that to winner@gizzardgary.com. Yeah, that's it. So
Gary.
What?
Got a question for you.
What?
Will you reveal to everybody your secrets to the arm rake? Like, what exercises do you do? Like, do you go to the gym and, like, just hit the arm row machine real heavy? Do you do butterflies? What is it that makes your arm rake so powerful?
He does a single butterfly.
I have accomplices that assist me in these deeds. Some of them may or may not be hens.
That's a dirty lie.
Oh, they practice the chicken dance.
You don't want people to know that you're co-conspirators in this mess, do you? You paint it like I'm the one that does all the armor.
I mean, we saw you with the zipper pulls. That was not me nor obnoxious at the IWI booth.
To be fair, I do believe you guys did give me a couple.
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3.
So that's contributing, isn't it?
You got 5,000.
I got 88
because they skipped SHOT Show and had their booths set up and kept dumping tables just full of zipper pulls. So
yeah, it's like when people don't want to answer their door on Halloween, they just put a damn basket out in front of their house and says, "Take them."
And Gizzard's the one that makes them regret it.
Well, now we know why you guys all get an Airbnb together. You start doing the chicken dance, get those arms loosened up so you can all do the arm rake.
This is why you carry 2 suitcases to SHOT. You basically pack one, the other one comes back. It's empty, so you can haul swag back. So anyway,
it's pretty awesome.
Jacob S says, I still want some of those zipper pulls. You're going to get a whole bunch of them.
You know why you do that? Because it's cheaper to come back with a second bag than it is to come back with an overweight bag.
Yeah, Clover tried one time mailing stuff back to his house, and that ended up being a cluster, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
And cost
I came back the one year with an overweight bag, and it was like an extra $70 for the.
That's cheaper than it is to mail it to yourself.
Back at home that week. I leave my overweight bag at home that week.
Ooh, somebody gonna be sleeping on the couch.
Yep, here it comes. So the next year, I put my full bag or my full suitcase inside an empty suitcase. That's how I traveled out there, and then I had 2 to come back with.
If you just fly Southwest, you can just fly 2 for free.
I can't fly Southwest.
No, you're on a no-fly list with them, or what?
Mm-hmm. Yep, call somebody a sky waitress one time. How am I supposed to know he's still identified as a man?
All right, so I haven't done this in a while. Something tells me we have something coming up after this segment. I'm going to take away your co-host capability. I almost deleted that.
Oh, why would you? That's hilarious.
That's actually pretty awesome.
No, I have to get an extra seat for that one, Moo.
All right, get it off the script. Jesus Christ. Don't we have another segment to do, Snob?
That's an awesome comment. And that is exactly why Gary has had so many wives, because they were in a bowl on the honor system.
This was a long time ago. I've been wife-free for many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for your second favorite part of the show. That's right, folks. This is like your number 2 part of the show. It's like you had Taco Bell, and you got to go number 2. This is number 2. And it's time.
Well, with Taco Bell, it's like number 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it may not even
So
reach
it's
to that.
1.25 sometimes.
Show
There you go.
your guns.
Guns, memes, guns, memes.
And,
Well, how does that work anyway?
I don't know. Jacob S knows.
It's magic.
I do believe in life after love. In this segment, we show your GORN on the screen. Send those GORNs to gorn@gizzardgary.com. And if you do so, please include your channel name in the text of the email so I'll know who sent it. And I don't have to read your email address, which is Pink Panty Sniffer 6977, something like that.
I forgot I was supposed to say all that stuff.
You were supposed to. You're out of practice, you know.
Yeah.
Way to screw it up.
Or
Pink
or
Panty
when
Sniffer OU812.
when you post stuff on Instagram, you can tag the account at GG Fowl Territory in your post when you post it, and we can look at them that way. So we've got many, many different ways of looking at GORN. So trying to do something here if I can figure out how to do it.
You can show my reel and I'll get double the views I've had on it so far.
Put out a reel when?
My short.
Yeah, when?
Yesterday.
I didn't even get a notification for it. Crap.
You didn't miss anything.
You son of a bitch.
I'd have watched it like 20 times. That's Snub. I leave like 20 comments while I watch it.
That's because he's blind and he has to watch it over and over again to actually see it.
Okay with that. Watch time goes up.
I see Garage Guy 879 is out there. Mike is out there in the audience. All right. So I'm waiting for a file to upload here real quick. We have a number of pictures that did not get shown last week that were sent by Jacob S. because they were sent too late in the program. And there were a good number of them. So I have put those in a slideshow so we can kind of zip through those tonight. So if it ever comes up. Okay, so
Territory Vacation album.
So, Jacob S., anybody need some relaxing background? So there's slide number 1. And slide number 2.
Wow, his pole's huge.
Is that beach gray? Looks gray.
Black sands.
Black
tall,
sand.
tall volcanic rock.
Oh, cool. All right. How about some other form of life seen on the islands? There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle there. A hero.
Looks pissed off at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Krabby Turtle.
Must be Raphael.
Probably didn't pay to take that picture. You know how those turtles are.
There's Lizard Larry right there.
They don't like paparazzi.
He's got something for you.
That's the Geico Gecko.
That pretty
Oh, look,
much.
Stav's on the beach.
No, that's right.
That's not a walrus.
That's insulting to the sea lion. Or seal can't see its hind flippers, for sure.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's a sea lion.
Now, how about some other views from the USS Missouri?
Fire!
They had water bottles back then, evidently. There's a
And
World
umbrellas.
War II water bottle there.
It's vintage.
And now we're looking at some shiny equipment from the USS Bowfin submarine. And then at the end of this, we have a couple memes that we're throwing in that were not coming from Jacob S. So. And one which may or may not be entirely appropriate, but what the heck, we're gonna show him anyway. Mac 10, he says, this came in today. This is up for grabs at my LGS, $15,000.
You only live once. Can't take the money with you. Get it.
That's not worth $15,000.
Hell, it ain't.
One day it will be.
It'll be worth way more than that in a couple more years.
Mm-hmm.
Transferable Mac 10, yeah, you're going to pay a pretty penny.
Well, wouldn't that be fun?
If it was larger, would it be a Big Mac? Maybe.
See that switch? That switch is what makes it worth money.
Mm-hmm.
Full auto, Jacob says.
Yep.
All right, from Defense Dead, this is Mark Gorn for tonight's show.
Well,
What is it? I can't tell.
I'm not going to explain this.
Nope.
Okay, from 223 DMR, Little Debbie's little brother.
Joe Manchin went off on Biden today. Announces his retirement, and today he goes off on Biden about the electric car thing, him pandering to the Chinese.
All right, let's get to
Don't forget the African warlords.
We have this from Guns and Barbecue. I think you've heard of him, right?
Never heard of her.
She's transitioning.
It says Civivi backlashes.
Somebody got all the backlash.
Wood, ebony wood, orange G10, OD green G10, and blue G10. Wow. You must have bought them all.
You gotta leave some for somebody else, man.
No, there was a Damascus blade in the backlash that I wanted to get as well, but it sold out before I could get it. I was like, damn it.
Like, Gary knows a guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a girl.
I know a guy or two.
But yeah, like I said, that ebony wood was a gateway knife for me for those Khabibis. I just really like that backlash. So 3 more later now.
All right, so we do have some stuff that was sent via the text message. So let's take a look at this. This one is from Obnoxious the One. And it appears to be an HKVP9 tactical.
Why does it not have an optic? Why would you buy an optic for anything and not put an
they're
optic?
savages. They don't send a single plate with it.
Nope,
Savages.
you gotta buy them separate.
I just have this strong inclination that that's getting a Holosun SCS.
Whatever gave you that? Whatever gave you that idea?
I just randomly was looking at my Amazon and just wondered.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it was pay $50 to $100 for a single plate and put something on it, or just get the Holosun and do it. So
Vince Dad said you finally got a good gun.
I got a lot of good guns, you savage. I got a lot of good guns that aren't left-hand threads. I have one really good gun that is a left-hand thread, and now I've got the HK as well.
This from C4 Defense.
Look at the doggies. The little doggies got Santa hats on them. Look at that one in the middle,
That's
so
literally
happy.
every shade of not FDE.
That one in the middle is doing what RoboCop was doing. That's why he's so happy.
Must you take everything to that level, Rich?
Apparently.
Must you?
I didn't want to
Must
talk
you?
about it.
We got nice, cute doggies on the screen, and you
He
got to
didn't even
make
get
it dirty.
FDE controls. What the hell's wrong with him? You get like 5 more shades if you got the controls in FDE.
Then there's that OLED that matches nothing.
That's desert tan, isn't it? Yeah. All right. We have more.
Doesn't have an FDE detachable charging handle.
Not yet. Okay. So number 2. Picture number 2 in this array. Looks like we're looking at his socks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The socks don't match the gun.
No, they don't match the gun at all.
He's doing feet picks now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's done them before.
That's a nice plug you got there.
Just saying.
It's not the only plug that's in that picture, but you just can't see the other one.
All right. Let's look at the third picture here. Oh, I think I've seen this before, maybe. Too bad he's not here to explain this, because we might not be able to see what the deal is with this picture. Does anybody know what the deal is with this picture? Anybody? Anybody out there in the audience see what the problem is with this picture?
Maybe if you went to the next one like that.
Do what?
Did you not send both of them?
Yeah, I can only show one at a time. You want me to go past this one?
Yes.
All right.
The other one makes more sense. That one's harder to understand. They're really both kind of hard to understand unless you actually think about it for a minute.
C4 said zoom in on that picture.
Or we could just show this one.
Yeah, show the next one.
That should show you the issue. One of these things is not like the others. In other words, these slots are not uniform in size. That's why that cover did not cover that one. Why? We don't know.
Somebody screwed up.
Daddy Dutch Barbecue is out there. Wow.
They need to fire the CNC machine that made that.
I looked in their catalog, though. That's the way it's shown in the catalog, too.
Really?
Yep.
That's their mid-tier rifle, and that's how good they are. Well, PSA just as good.
Now, this tree, on the other hand, is pretty. PSA Saber has one 33% larger M-lock slot on each side. Yes, it does. Or one of them do.
And you're getting that for free, so quit complaining.
Right.
That's 33% more M-lock. Yep.
Extra capacity slot for those accessories that just won't fit your other slots. That's what that's for. So it's Christmas time in the Smokies.
It's Christmas time in Dollywood, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, if it was me and I was Dollywood, I had two of those trees side by side. Just saying.
Why?
I'm just saying I would have. I think it would have looked nice.
Wouldn't that be more like Madonna would, though? I mean, she's...
Well, yeah, but still close enough.
Madonna's like 90 years old, though. Be nice to Madonna.
Yeah, they're pointing the other way nowadays.
Yeah, they are. In case it wasn't clear where we were, that should make it fairly clear.
I think Kenny Rogers wants that Dollywood.
What about Kenny Rogers?
Nothing. I shouldn't have said it.
Good, but there's an angel and an asshole. I'll let you figure out which is which.
Serge says, or did I get 33% less? Well, yes, you got that too. Take your pick.
I just wonder how he paid this random woman, how much he paid this random woman to stand there and smile with him.
Well, how much did you pay that random woman to smile with me at the casino?
It wasn't me, and I don't think she was paid.
No, she was just fed a story.
It wasn't me. Also was not me.
That's a very good picture. All right, let's see. That's the last one in that bunch. And then we have this from the Gun Snob. And it looks like a new set of wheels.
That's what I spent my gun money on today.
It's a brand new car.
Not quite.
That's right, Bob.
Brand new.
What the hell is that contraption?
A rebranded Jeep Liberty that says Dodge Nitro on it.
Yep.
Is that car on the other side got a big dent and scratch in it, or is that a reflection?
That's probably a big deal.
Very cool. All right. Okay. From Sarge. And since he sent pictures, he's allowed to send a meme. So Her. He's probably thinking about fat bottom girls. Him. Very possibly.
It could go either way.
Yes, he could.
All right. Let's see what else we have out here. Another one from the Gun Snob. This appears to be a video reel of some
Don't. It has no sound. Just play the video.
Well, if I could here.
It probably has me like saying nasty, naughty things in it.
Probably does, but it's beside
so.
the point. Hi, this is a Gun Snob. This is my gun. Isn't it cool? Is that what it says?
I don't think so. I don't remember that anything. I don't remember that anything. I just know I put music on it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have music on it there. You can, all right, if it.
We're safe. Ooh.
Isn't that thing sexy? Isn't that sexy? Look at that.
So you got an effing new gun, huh?
Well, I've had the gun a few weeks. That's an effing new optic.
Cool.
And if anybody wants an RMR, just saying, if you buy one before the 31st, there's a $100 rebate from Trijicon on it.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right. Am I supposed to show the corn picture too?
Yes, it's corn. It's show us your corns.
That's nasty.
Oh, I just found it on the interwebs.
So got a little confused with show us your GORN, so now we're going to show us your corns. Ew.
That's actually a picture of the bottom of my feet, but and he zooms up on it. What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you that you sent the picture in the first place?
Well, I didn't think you would actually show it.
You put it in the chat and you typed GORN underneath it.
I did not. I typed corn underneath it. Golly, read.
And I asked you.
That you ask me, you think I'm going to be serious? You trust me?
Of course, why would I not trust you?
You know, there were mistakes made on both sides. Let's be honest here.
There were fine people on both sides.
What are we looking at here?
Oh, no, we're showing vacation pictures, so I just thought I would show where I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks.
Oh, for crying out loud. You haven't even been there and you're showing us vacation pictures.
I've been there. I've absolutely driven right by there in the summertime.
Why are you going back? You've seen it before.
Yeah, well, I've never been there in the winter. That's a live shot from just about 10 minutes ago whenever I screen captured it.
Is that Pottersville? Off of For Wonder Live?
This is Jackson Hole.
Bedford Bedford Falls. That's what it is.
Bedford Falls.
Yeah, Snobs can go see the savings in loan. Or the building in loan, rather.
Same thing.
So in 2 weeks, you guys can watch the Jackson Hole live cam during your show, and I will go out under the arch, and I will wave at everybody.
I bet you won't.
I will if I remember. I'll leave the $1 million cowboy bar that's in this picture.
So how many people are going to be with you on this trip?
Me and Stacy and Corey and Grace.
There won't be an extra one?
No. Why?
So I thought maybe if you had an extra person, you could show us the Jackson 5.
Oh my
God.
That was
Ooh.
It's like ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
You take the grandbaby and dress him up like Michael Jackson.
What, in a casket?
I'm not even
Well, before he was dead, obviously.
because I could say some very, very bad things.
You probably could and shouldn't. Okay, so we might have a...
Speaking of oversized bags.
Mystic Gun
has
says
it.
we're gonna get him drunk and leave him wandering around the square all night. That sounds like fun. Make sure and take recording equipment when you do this.
Why? They have a live feed that runs 24/7, all four corners of the square.
Let's do something we haven't done in a couple weeks. We're gonna go to the Instagrams. All right. So we're looking at something from November the 17th. This VV Elementum or the Button Lock Elementum 2. Ultimately, it's up to you. See what I did there?
Copycat.
All right. And then get ready to level up your gear with Excess Sight's biggest sale of the year, which is over with.
I think you could probably skip over that Instagram post.
Probably. And then I can skip over this one too, because you're promoting the same sale.
Yeah, but I'm actually doing it with the gun instead of.
Somebody just joined the show. Who is it?
I don't know.
Guns and
and Barbecue. He's back.
Yeah, my power kept going out for some reason.
All right, now the Civivi Bull Tusk.
It wanted to be a Spyderco, but it only got part of the way there.
It's got a little bit of a hole anyway, and a flipper. In Damascus.
Somebody needs to tell the Chinese that bulls don't have tusks.
This one does. All right, from DM Foss, a couple more sticker designs. No more shoot dog, and it ceases to be a problem if you ignore it. There's what happened to your dumpster fire. Foss took it.
And let's be honest, that dog deserved to be shot.
Okay, from Obnoxious One, holy crap, ATF was almost timely on his Whisper Pickle. It still took him 4 months, but at least it wasn't 9.
Got it out there in the far.
So far, so good. Cool. All right, and from last week, my co-host Obnoxious One, or was it Locutus of Borg, reminded us last Friday on Fowl Territory 241 that resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. You heard him, or them. So who did wear it best? I only had one vote on this one. That looked like it's from Night Strike. So we can pretty much throw it out because it's insignificant. Yes, I said that. I don't care.
Said what I said.
It's so obnoxious.
It stands. It's my show. My decision is final. Obnoxious wore it best. All right. We need to turn the sound up for this.
The second half make things work out.
How do you start it over? Let's do this.
So, Coach, it's been a really tough first half for you. What are you going to try and do the second half to make things work out a little better? You know, anytime you're playing on the road, the home team's going to have the advantage, and make no mistake, the Deer are making use of their home field advantage here. We got a couple things in store for them. Got a couple bad calls in the first half. God dang it, Billy Bob. It's deer season. We got a couple things those deer have never seen before. Looking forward to a great second half and a win. So, Coach, it's been a really tough first half for you.
All right. It's amazing.
So how did you and the game warden make out obnoxious? You guys buddies going to dinner?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Game warden
$100 bills make him forget all about that night vision, huh?
Yeah, those level 4 plates.
Want to remind everybody that after this show is the weekly 2A wrap-up. That, of course, is on the gun websites and the daily gun show channels. If you stay here, you will be redirected once this ends, so don't forget about that. Coming up as soon as this show's over. I do believe we might have another mail or two came in, so let's see. Wow. I guess we've allowed a couple memes tonight, so we can allow a couple more, can't we?
Your show.
That's right. Would you like a leg, Lieutenant Dan?
Lieutenant Dan, you got legs.
That one hits close to home, doesn't it, Brissy? He doesn't find it funny.
Huh?
Oh.
She changed his name. Eileen.
So I've got a cousin who has cerebral palsy, and growing up, she had the leg braces like Forrest Gump did at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to call her Forrest Gump. And then when she got older, they gave her the arm crutches like Lieutenant Dan had at the end of the movie. So I started calling her Lieutenant Dan. And then, like, I don't know, 8 years ago, she's like,
you called her Bubba?
No, she's still alive. But like 8 years ago, she told my mom that she's like, yeah, I really don't like that. And my mom told me, is like, what the frick? Why did she ever tell me? I don't know. I was like, whoops.
Got some more GORN here. We got GORN, Christmas GORN from Ron Wayne. True Christmas GORN.
Hey, did you see the deal that G-Webs is giving everybody? You can get into his show for free if you're watching this show right now.
I love that lamp, Ron.
All right, let's see. I think we have one.
I think we were at Hobby Lobby and he had Pez dispensers of the lamp.
Okay, and one here from 2 Live Moo. Moo. He says, not GORN, but current events. Looks like a FAR.
Yeah, that's why Moo's not on here.
That's right.
Did he set his smoker on fire again?
I think he may have. Everyone watching this show tonight, you get a ticket to watch a weekly wrap-up for free. Just show your Gizzard ticket to the ladies at the door. You betcha.
No, nothing in this photo says Bradley.
Misty says, you know we have to have the leg lamp somewhere in this house at Christmas time, LOL.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, let's get the GORN off the screen because it is time for our last segment of the show, the one we call What Did You Learn? And in this segment, as you know, we go through our panelists one by one. We ask them, what did you learn? And then we give them a chance to give their channel plugs or whatever they got coming up. And we, of course, start with my co-host, Obnoxious One. So, sir, what did you learn?
Tonight or in general? I'm going to go with in general. I learned that I'm going to just stop trying to do humorous videos because nobody likes them.
I like them.
Nobody important likes them.
Well, did you send it to Joe Biden?
I like them.
That hurt my feelings. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
What have you got coming up, Benny?
Oh, stuff and things. Got so much stuff I need to do.
And a few things.
Yeah, and a few things, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe we'll have you back again in a week. All right. Well, thanks for being here. Rich White, what did you learn?
I learned that Snob needs to quit taking lessons from G23 and stop sending people nasty pictures of his body parts.
That's fairly valid. All right. You got anything coming up? You're pretty much taking November and December off. So,
yeah, we got the Christmas Eve show, which it'll be on Christmas Eve if you can't figure that out.
What day is that, Rich?
That would be a Sunday, December 24th, the day before Christmas.
Very cool. All right. All right. Well, thank you for being here.
Yep.
We will go down to Hillbilly Up. Sir, what did you learn?
I learned that Jackson whole will never be the same come 2 weeks.
I know that's right.
And I'm going to be tuning in to watch Snob live on the square.
He'll forget. That's why he was already making excuses.
Send me a text to remind me.
So you've got some stuff coming up, right? Maybe a show?
Yeah, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. If you get a chance, swing by. We always try to have a good time there. And I have quite a few videos coming out. I've been posting, about each day. Posting one a day about some ammo I had bought and stuff, and a few other things along Black Friday. And we'll be introducing a few new firearms to the channel here in the next week or two. So pretty excited about that. And thanks a lot, Gizzard, for having me on. I always appreciate it, buddy.
You bet. Thanks for being here as always. All right, we go to my friend, the Gun Snob. Sir, what did you learn?
I don't even know if I learned anything.
I believe that.
I just don't remember.
What have you got coming up? Got a live show?
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on, man. Old time's sake.
Nope. I have stuff coming up that I need to do. I need probably do an Anderson AM350 or whatever it is. I can't remember the exact model. I'll have to look, but it's their 20-inch 350 Legend rifle. It's either the Marksman or there's something else, but I think it's a Marksman.
Awesome.
I'll have to remember to look it up. And it has a Swamp Fox Warhorse on it. It's going to be a pretty cool gun.
All righty. Anything else?
I got a bunch of other stuff I need to do.
Yeah,
So I'll probably get something else done.
All righty. Well, thank you for being here. And last but not least, Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn?
I learned that Billy Bob's going to have to make a short to answer Obnoxious One's short that he made.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, Billy Bob shouldn't have been using turkey calls during deer season.
He's a son of a gun. Why do you think I'm so mean to that son of a gun? I can't stand a dude.
So what do you got coming up? Anything?
Random photography stuff, whatever the heck I come up with the camera. I don't know.
Random photography. Hopefully not in the bathroom or anything like that.
No. I need like a super telephoto zoom for that.
All right.
Like you think a macro lens would probably be great, but like that's not gonna be good enough. Like, no.
I recommend a lens cover that work best for bathroom shots. Yeah, just put the cover on the lens. It'll work great.
Probably.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, and thanks to everybody on the panel. So let's go ahead and wrap this up so you can take it. So I'd like to thank all my panelists for a great show. Thanks to everybody watching out there on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or on the replay later on any of the other various platforms, or maybe you're listening to the audio podcast. Regardless of how you're watching or listening to the show, I thank you for taking part. Also, thanks to everybody for your GORN, for your comments out there in the text. Loved having you in here as always. And a special thanks to all those out there who are channel members for their contributions to the channel. You know I appreciate that. So I would like to once again thank everybody for a great show. Have a safe and a pleasant weekend. I need to get this crawl off here real quick if I can figure out how to shut it off. And I would like to remind everybody that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms,
242 times and you still don't have this down?
I'm tired. If anybody tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. How about that? All right.
Gizzard is your huckleberry.
That's right. So on behalf of my panel, this is Gizzard Gary. Let's give them a few seconds to yell their taglines out before we roll the end credits. And panel, go.
Whatever.
Bye-bye. Nope, don't pee in the cold box. It's still wrong.
Merry Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys. Oh, I messed this up after 242 episodes.
Yeah, you're not the only one. All right. Good night, everybody.